Welcome back. This is part 5 of the video tutorial on how to make this crochet monkey. At this point in the tutorial, we have everything made for the monkey except for the tail. So for the tail, we're going to start with a magic circle with 6 stitches. Two, three, 4, 5, and 6. You can go ahead and place your marker and close up your loop. For row 2, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and then 2 single crochet in the following stitch. So 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet in the following stitch. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. So 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet. One single crochet and then 2 single crochet in the last stitch. Go ahead and just make sure your circle's tight and you can start turning this the right side. Alright, so let's count our stitches together. We should have 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, for row 3, you're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the 9 stitches around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that completed row 3. You can see it's wanting to curl in again. Just go ahead and roll it this way. And then you can make sure that's still tight. It's probably about the last time you'll have to check that inner circle. Okay, so row 4 is 1 single crochet in each of the 9 stitches around again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. and that completes row 4. Now, okay, so there's going to be a total of 18 rows where it's just one single crochet in each stitch. We already did 2 of these rows, so I'm going to let you do the last 16 on your own. What I do is after I complete each row, to keep track, when I switch the marker, I just go ahead and mark off the next stitch. So we'll do one more together. We'll do row 5 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go ahead and place that in there. So since I just completed row 5, I'll go ahead and mark that off. So I will let you go ahead and finish the last 15 stitches. Just make yourself a little paper like that. Make sure you mark off. I'm going to have you pause your video so you can do that. And when you unpause it, we'll both meet back here with a finished tail, and we will double check our work together. Just remember that each row should still have 9 stitches. You're not increasing or decreasing. So if you just want to count like I have been as you do it, that will be very helpful. If not, just count at the end just to make sure you didn't skip one or accidentally put 2 in one stitch. So go ahead and pause your video, and I will meet you back here with my finished tail. Okay, I'm at the end of my row 20. I just got these last 2 single crochet to put in. Okay, so just go ahead and pull a loop out so you don't lose your spot, and we're going to check this. So we need to have a total of 20 rows. So you start with this circle: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so once you make sure that you have the correct amount of rows, we're going to go ahead and do a slip stitch into the next stitch, and then we're going to finish off leaving a long yarn tail to weave in the tail to the monkey. Go ahead and finish that off, and we are going to set the monkey tail aside for now. Okay, so now we're going to work with our eyes and mouth. We're going to get these prepped to assemble them. So you will need your yarn needle, and this inside tail here, we're just going to weave it in because we want to get it out of our way so it doesn't become a problem later. So just go ahead and like slip it in underneath so it's not popping out in the front. Some of these stitches here. Just make sure you don't pull it too tight because then you'll alter the look of the circle. And then just, this is where you popped out, just go back through. This is really just to keep it out of your way when you're attaching the eyes to the mouth and then actually putting in the crochet thread. So then you can snip that pretty close. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other eye. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing to the mouth. So just fold it inside out. Make sure it's still tight. This one's giving me a little bit more trouble. There we go. And then snip that. And then just fold it back the correct way. Okay, so having these little square things down, you're just going to have to hold it and kind of see where you want to place it. I normally try to leave the yarn tail down on the bottom for the mouth. Just kind of look. I like it if it's kind of like really close to in between the first and second row. So then just hold it in place. Should have put the yarn needle on first here. Okay, so just hold it in place, and what we're going to do is we're going to go in up here and whenever you go in, you want it to pop under this top stitch here. And then you're going to go into this next stitch and just push it through the eye like that and pull it through. And then come through the back and back through the front, trying to stay under this top row of stitches. And then you can just kind of go back down again. Okay, so now that one eye is secured onto the mouth. So just go ahead and flip it back over, and you can just kind of knot it off into the back so that it'll stay in place. You can do a couple knots just to be sure, because nobody's going to see the back of this. Okay. So now go ahead and get your other eye. And then go ahead and measure it up again. Make sure you have it where you would like it. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. So go ahead and begin to attach it. Okay. So now that both eyes are secured, I'm just going to go ahead and flip this over, knot it back here. Okay. So if you want to get these out of your way, you can weave them in like we did before. I'm just going to leave mine for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the actual eyes in the nose and the mouth in. You're going to need your crochet thread and a smaller thread needle. So I give myself a really generous long piece. And go ahead and put the thread onto your hook and just even it up at the ends. Wants to fight me here. There we go. So you have it on like this. Okay, so how I put the eyes in is I'll go ahead and I will start. I try to work in this space in between the first and second row. So I'm going to go right through here, and then in the back I'm going to pull it through and leave about this much left, and you make sure you hold that to keep this tight, and then go through the middle of the eye. Okay, and then I'm going to pop through about right here. Let me see here. Yeah, about right there. And then go through the middle again. And then I'm just going to do this a couple times to make it really thick. Okay, so when you're satisfied with the thickness of the eye, you can flip it over, and we're just going to knot this together. Don't pull it too tight because it'll affect the eye. If it's easier, you can just go ahead and snip this because you'll be snipping it anyways. If you find that the first initial string wasn't long enough, you can leave a longer string when you go do the next eye. So if you had too much difficulty with that last one, when you come in through here to do your next eye, you can just leave a longer tail. So I try to match up both eyes where I placed the thread. So just go ahead and do that with yours. Okay. So I'm not really liking where I put that. So if you find yourself not liking it, you can just go ahead, gently pull up on it so you can get it. And then you can just push your yarn needle back through. And then back through again. Okay. Okay, so now I'm more satisfied with the placement. If you have to play around with it a little bit, it's alright. Just try to make it as close as possible to the other eye that you have already completed. Okay, so again, you can go ahead and snip the back and just knot this together. Now as you're working with it, this might get a little bit of a gap. Don't worry about that, because when you actually stitch it onto the monkey, you can work it back together closer. So this is not enough for me to work with, so I'm going to go ahead and get a new piece of thread. And now we're going to do the nose holes. So just kind of imagine where you'd want them to be. I think it would look really good here, so I'm going to place mine here. You can place yours in the same spot if you would like. I did it in between the second to last row and the third to last row. And I'm going to bring it through in between the first row and the second row. like that. And just go ahead and do that a few times. Just like that. And then you can go ahead and snip it. And then tie this off. And then just put it in the exact spots on the other side. Because you want it to match up here. So, put that right here. Okay, so there's a little nose. And snip it and tie it off. And as you can see, the back is starting to look real messy. Don't worry, because as you can see, you cannot see any of that when you actually put it on the monkey. Let's go ahead and tie all this off here. Now for the mouth. So for him, I'm going to put the mouth, go right here. So go ahead and insert from behind as you have been. Now we're going to go and we're going to stay in this space here. Go under. And then I'm actually going to skip and pop through about right here. And then go down into the next stitch. And then pop back over here. And then come back and pop down through the same stitch. And there's the little smile. So if you want, you can do it a couple times. Okay, so satisfied with that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Tie, just not too tight here. Alright, so now that everything is tied off, I'm just going to hold everything like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim all these strings. And just kind of tuck them into the mouth. So there's that. And then for the eyes, go ahead and trim them too, just not too close to your knot. Okay, and there is your face piece for your monkey. So this is the end of part 5 on how to make the monkey. and I will go ahead and begin on part 6. There is a link to part 1 in the description if you need it, and as soon as I get part 6 uploaded, there will be a link in the description for that too. Thanks for watching. Please give my video a thumbs up if you're liking making this monkey so far. Subscribe to my channel and check out more of my crochet videos and my cat videos. Thanks for watching.